I feel like this is gonna be like a constant appearance on the channel just to see like how big it gets. It's already bigger on me. I don't know, you probably can't see, but yeah, it's big on me. Yeah, so we'll probably keep wearing this for a little bit. I did get the gastric sleeve. It's when they staple your stomach and your stomach winds up looking like a banana, and it's pretty tiny. You got this little tiny stomach and you're like a baby, so you're gonna be skinny and you're gonna be healthy, and yeah, that's our goal. Not to be skinny. I don't want to be skinny. I'm not doing this just to be skinny. I'm doing this for my own health. If you've seen my previous video as to why I'm getting this surgery, it's a lot of reasons. And so far, I'm off of quite a few medications. So yeah, it's only day 2. So yeah, it's crazy. It's really crazy. Even with like the pre-op diet, like I was off like 2-3 medications or so. But yeah, let's get into the video. Hello everybody. I am home. It is day 2. Well, I was in the hospital yesterday. I got discharged around, I want to say like 3, almost 4 p.m. So I've been home since late afternoon yesterday. It is now the morning. I believe it's 10 a.m. Actually my watch is here. Yeah, it's 10 a.m. So that's gonna keep ringing. Anyways, so yeah, how the surgery went. My surgery was scheduled for 8:30 a.m. I was a little late, so I got there at almost 9 a.m. And even with that, like, I got registered pretty easily. I got up to the pre-op room where, you know, they hook you up to the IV. You change into this like bear gown thing. You're fully like naked as well, which was a little weird for me because I don't think I was ever naked for a surgery. Yeah, I never was naked for a surgery, so that was a little freaky. I remember I was given a couple of medications for like nausea, pain. My anxiety is pretty high, so they did give me something for anxiety as well. However, it was a medication that I've taken a couple years ago, and it kind of like didn't start off good, I want to say. Like, I kept telling them like, you know, it was making me a little anxious or whatnot, but I have very minimal memory when I was being like pushed off to the operating room. But I do remember I was able to sing. Apparently they got the memo that, you know, all these surgeons are following the trend of, you know, having the patients sing as they're giving the anesthesia. So I chose to sing Abracadabra, and at one point I forgot the lyrics, so then he was like, just count down to 3, from 3 down to 1. Counting down, I'm like 3, 2, and the last thing I remember, the clock, it was 11:47. So I was there from like 8 something, like almost 9 a.m. And then I didn't go into surgery until 11:57 a.m. I probably woke up around like 2-ish or so, maybe 3 p.m. And then I do remember I was extremely out of it. I didn't feel any type of pain, but I was extremely out of it. And I did feel that my stomach was pretty large compared to like before I went in, because I was on the pre-op diet and you lose weight before the surgery. So, you know, that was that. I had an exchange of words with the nurse that was taking care of me, and I was like cursing. I was like just telling her, I'm like, I'm drugged the fuck up. And she was like, you sure the fuck are? And it was just so funny. Um, but yeah, shortly after, I ended up having a panic attack. I guess it was just like the combination of one of the meds that didn't interact with me well, because they did give me a higher dose than what I had taken a couple years prior. You're in the room where they bring you after surgery, and it's like, it's kind of loud. Like, they're sleeping, you know, they're checking your pulse, they're checking your blood pressure. I kept looking up at my blood pressure. I was so dizzy, but I wanted to know what my blood pressure was, because I want to know everything. Like, I want to make sure that I'm okay. Um, but yeah, like, you know, as they were wheeling me off to go to my actual room to recover, that's when I caught the panic attack. And they were so confused because I was so quiet, but they thought I was having a heart attack, but I ended up having sinus tachycardia because my panic attack was pretty bad. They did give me something for it. And they were confused. They were like, you know, you had a panic attack? And I was like, yeah, like, I have silent panic attacks. And they were like, oh. They're like, usually when I'm panicking, like, I'm like, ugh. But of course, misconception, everybody has panic attacks and anxiety attacks in different ways. So yeah, like, immediately, for dinner, I had vegetable broth, I had jello, I had water. I was having pain, so they did give me pain meds. They did give me anti-nausea meds. They gave me a few of my regular meds that I take at nighttime. They also gave me a CPAP there. I was pretty much taken care of, like, the whole 9 yards. I cannot complain whatsoever. No complaints whatsoever. Besides that medication that did, like, cause me to, like, panic a little bit, I don't want to put it on them, you know, because it's like they didn't really know. So yeah, they followed my dietary restrictions. I walked that same night after surgery. And then the next day, discharge day, I walked 2 laps around. I was able to get all my liquids down. I was talking, pretty much awake. Yeah, everything went absolutely perfect. They kept telling me that, like, the surgery went great. Um, the surgical team said I was, like, the easiest person of the day. And that just made me feel very reassured, honestly. So when I got discharged, they gave me a couple of things on top of the stuff that I already have, which is all the stuff that I'm supposed to follow. So I am supposed to be following a liquid diet for 2 weeks. I should be drinking about 6 to 8 ounces of liquids, clear liquids. So, like, this is like a protein shake. This one's my favorite protein shake. Jello is another one. Water. Anything that's like vitamin zero, Powerade zero, Gatorade zero, stuff like that. And, you know, I could drink tea, bone broth, vegetable broth, beef broth. And as a matter of fact, it's time for me to have my lunch. So I'm going to have my lunch, and then I'm actually supposed to be using this thing. It's to help you expand your lungs and breathe better. I'm sorry, like, I'm like putting it forward as if it's gonna focus. Yeah, so I'm supposed to be breathing in like that much right here. Like, I'm supposed to get up to there or past it. So and yeah, you do that 6 times, like, every hour. So I have an alarm set for every hour. I do it before eating. I just feel like it's a better time management for me. And of course, making sure that I'm drinking every single hour. Another thing I did notice is that I'm urinating a lot faster than usual, and you know, everything just like flushes through pretty easily. So I also have, this is like a little 8-ounce cup. I put my broth in here, and then I put it in my little broth bowl or like soup bowl. My milkshakes, put them in here, drink it from here as well. 6 to 8 ounces. It's pretty easy to 6 to 8 ounces. I marked it off a little bit here. So yeah, that's my liquid intake that I should be following. Little sips is key. Medication wise, there's quite a few medication, like they give you medication so you could avoid any blood clots, medication to avoid nausea, vomiting. You're also put on a medication to protect like your stomach lining and to speed up the healing process of your stomach. I do have incisions that I have to like monitor, make sure they're not bulging, make sure they're not leaking, making sure they're not painful or itchy. When I do shower, I just have to avoid that area with soap, because you know there's like sutures underneath the plastic coverings that they put over. I guess it's like tape or something, like surgical tape maybe, I don't know. All that stuff, all that information's in the booklet. You know, today is going to be the day that I'm going to be reading through all that. So hopefully the next video I will have more information. So if you guys do have any questions, comments, concerns, any recommendations, please do not hesitate to leave any comments. And I hope to hear from you guys soon. Until next video. Bye.